There's this like, oh my god, this is like saying like a Mexican's worst enemy is another Mexican.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it's true. I don't like these Mexicans. Started being on the road, and so every now and then somebody will be like, "You're the next George Lopez." Even before this George Lopez thing, my response was already like, "Yo, fuck George Lopez."
Oh really?
Yo, what it is with the best podcast in Long Beach, California. Tacos and workouts, often imitated, never duplicated, but you know what it is. This podcast is brought to you by Avoxcon Audio. That's right. Do me a huge favor, click on the link on the description or go to Amazon or Walmart.com. What it is. Podcast. You heard it there first. Way before the controversy even started, Barbosa was like, fuck George Lopez. You heard it from him first, man. I guess he didn't like to be compared to George Lopez, man. Look, man, everybody's on George Lopez saying that George Lopez did this guy dirty. Everyone's trying to like low-key jump on him and cancel culture his ass. And what I have to say about that is, don't be a bunch of hypocrites. A lot of you people have never even been to a George Lopez comedy show. You know, a lot of you people probably didn't even watch his sitcom. You only watch his specials on Netflix. And that's the reality about it. And now because it's a topic you're making a video, and your viewpoint is exactly the same as the other man, because you can't think for yourself. And here we have Barbosa talking shit about George Lopez, saying, oh, fuck him. And not only was he talking shit about him, he was also talking shit about other comedians. Because that's the way it is in comedy or in the entertainment industry.
I just started being on the road, and so every now and then somebody will be like, "You're the next George Lopez." Even before this George Lopez thing, my response was already like, "Yo, fuck George Lopez."
Oh really?
Whenever somebody would yell that from the audience, or any Latino comedian they'd throw out, whoever their idols were, I was like, "Fuck your idols." But when that thing came out, I was just like, "Oh, this is perfect. This is like what I've been saying."
Yeah.
Thing on stage.
Yeah, it's a funny thing to say. I just think it's funny that they're just like assuming I like looked up to George Lopez.
That's the thing.
So there you go. Barbosa didn't give a fuck about George, and George didn't give a fuck about Barbosa. Can we just call it even Stevens? I mean, because it's pretty much the same thing, right? Everyone's just going after their own payday. That's right. Everybody just cares about themselves. So apparently they both felt the exact same way in different timelines, right? Like Barbosa said, I don't give a fuck about George Lopez, and now George said it. But the only difference is that George was documented saying it on a podcast where he was speaking his mind and speaking in his opinion. But that was a problem. Now that Barbosa discloses this information, I highly doubt that this will be an issue. Because all you hypocrites out there just looking for a reason to hate on George Lopez. And guess what, dog? If you happen to bump into George Lopez, don't be a hypocrite. Don't walk up to him. Don't try to get that selfie. Don't hit him up for an autograph. You know, because a lot of you fools be out there talking a lot of papas out there. And then when you bump into that celebrity, you're all about it. Nah, well, I'll follow you all along. I've seen it happen time and time again, man. You know what? There's a lot of hypocrites and fake and phony people out there, man. So if you're going to be about it, be about it.
I wasn't watching.
I don't think you ever grew up watching them.
Even when I was watching them, I was like, I don't get it.
Oh, come on. Nah, that motherfucker's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's hate, bro. That's hate, bro.
It was good.
I just remember he kept saying like stuff like Latinos, you know us, and I like that was like the corniest line in the world to me.
Yeah.
For anybody.
So it's okay to keep on driving that point. Nah, George Lopez not funny. I didn't get it. Whatever. Man, you being an asshole yourself. I call it. You're both being assholes, right? Or the reality is maybe you're both speaking your point and you're entitled to say your opinion, and that's just a matter of fact. Listen, man, I say it all along, man. You know, we don't have to look at one comedian and another comedian and pick sides. We could support them all. Look, at the beginning, what I'm trying to say is this. I hear a lot of talk about unity, right? Unity this and unity that, and believe in my causes, and I bring the raza together and I speak for the raza. No, man, what you do is divide people, man. You just talk nonsense, man. Look, man, this is an opportunity where we don't pick a side and just let them air out their grievances. Look, man, and if you're not familiar, what ended up happening, I think George Lopez eventually called Rap Barbosa and apologized to him, right? And a lot of people are saying, oh, he apologized because he had to, because he his show, and you know what? It's like, we're never happy. We're never happy. We don't support each other. And right now, we're all ganging up on George, and you know what? It's his turn, so we're gonna throw shade on him. We're not gonna support him, right? And then people say, well, he's already got money. Who cares if he's got money? He's working for his money. He's not out there doing some illegal stuff, man. He's a hardworking individual, and we gotta hate on him? Look, man, it's a whole bunch of nonsense all the way around, man.
He said whatever he like. I wasn't mad when he said it.
Yeah.
Cause like I'm telling you, like I have like a whole lot of respect for him still. I'm not when he said it, I'm not like, what the fuck, like hurt about it. But I also wasn't like, whoa, yeah, who cares? It just was like, it's a fucking podcast. You're talking shit. Like,
yeah.
So what if he said it? You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't know me, so like, it's him.
Exactly. What am I telling you? Rap Barbosa himself, he's like, whatever about it. You know, it's just some random podcasters creating drama for views to pump up their channels, to rally the community, to rally the raza and say, let's go gang up on George because I have my own personal issues, because I don't like the guy, because he doesn't give me any attention. Is that what this is? I think it's exactly what's going on. And now all these other podcast YouTube channels are just latching on to the gossip, to the chisme, and just using it for their own well-being. Barbosa didn't even care about it. So what's the issue, man? What are we talking about? Can we just cut the nonsense and move on?
How like I think people wanted him to like apologize to Paul, or for talking shit about Paul. He was just like, it's like, what do you say? Like, it's a fucking podcast. Like, just talking shit, man.
Yeah.
And then, so I don't know. They went on to the subject of like, do you help the younger guys? And George was like, I don't help nobody.
Yeah.
And then
he was probably like a little fired up.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons that it didn't bug me, is because he was already like, proving the like, I don't fucking help people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, fuck him. Fuck. I feel like they could have named anybody, and he would have been like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I think he also, at one point, if you look, I have heard he's not the most helpful guy, to be fair.
I have also heard that. Yeah.
Three to men.
All right. So what's the takeaway from this? Look, man. Yeah, some comedians don't help each other out. They don't have to help each other out. Some podcasters don't help each other out. They don't have to help each other out. That's just the name of the game, you know. It would be cool if we could all help each other out, but it's not like that. Everybody's looking out for their own self-interest. And I understand that too, because you know what? How many times have I not helped other people advance in their projects and not get the same in return? So it kind of makes you think like maybe I should just concentrate on my projects to supersede, my advancement in what it is I'm doing, right? But I have this saying, and I'm going to say it to you for all the people who are new to the channel, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. But my saying is this: the gifts that have been bestowed to me do not belong to me, and I have to give them out to the world. And that's who I am, and that's what I do. So, I wish we could all practice that a little bit more. It's hard, but I think that's the key for everybody to actually rally around and have true unity with one another. Alright guys, that's going to conclude this week's episode. Do me a huge favor, subscribe to the channel, like that channel, and share that channel. And I'll see you guys next time.